Hey, we're here with Randy from 4Level Coach at the International Builder Show 2025. Randy, beautiful booth again.
Thank you, sir.
I haven't seen you for about a month now, I guess, from the Job Trade Connect conference. So
yeah, that was a heck of an event, wasn't it?
It was a great event.
Man, that was awesome.
Great event. Yeah.
Loved
so
it.
what's the vibe here for 4Level Coach and at the Builder Show?
The vibe, I mean, you know, it's just the place to be. If you're, I keep hearing guys say it's just like kid and candy store here.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
We all love to be here, and just look, networking with like-minded entrepreneurs and people that just want to go to the next level. If you're here, you likely want the next level in your business, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And people are pretty excited about that. So we're having a lot of really great conversations. There's so many that we met here last year, started working with us a year ago. And, their lives are completely changed. They're freed up from their business. They're making a lot more money. And it's so cool to see that, hey, we met here 12 months ago.
Yep.
And this is the stuff that can happen really, really fast. So it's been a lot of fun. The people that we're meeting today, yesterday, tomorrow, is like, we know that if they get engaged, how different things will be 12 months from now. So it's pretty exciting time.
I was talking to another guy from Remodelers Advantage, and he said, a lot of our members are saying like things are a little bit slow out there right now. And it's obviously when things slow down a little bit, it's a good time to maybe step back, take a collective breath and like look at, okay, who do we want to be when we grow up?
Right. Yeah.
And I know that's really what you guys focus on, but what are you seeing right now is like where a point of focus for 4Level Coach as you're developing these builders, and as you like to put it, they have the winning lottery ticket, right?
Yeah.
Where are you going right now for 2025?
25 is just foot on the throttle with, getting the money right first, right? We talk about this often. If we don't get the money right first, how do we possibly grow and scale? We don't need more business, more opportunities if we don't have the money right. And then for us, it's like, hey, once we get the money right, then let's get our time right. How do we get our time right? Because we build and leverage the right people in our systems, and the systems are the next piece. So it's time, teams, and systems. They've got to come together after we have the money right. So us is full throttle on getting those things in place. When those things are in place, now we can really grow and scale and get to that next level.
Yep. So I like your approach because, in fact, the other day I was talking to a builder. He was just starting to scale his company, and he had been doing some specs. He wants to get into customs. And I'm like, hey, before you talk to me, you need to talk to Randy. So actually, I referred him over to you. But you have your freedom builders, and you have your farm team system.
Yeah.
I like how you do that. So if you're a builder doing less than $1 million a year, I think that's your farm team system.
It's our farm system where it's like we've just got a really affordable way to get you some of the foundational pieces that we need in our business before. Look, if we're going to go to the next level, we got to get the foundation right first.
Yeah,
right? Us as builders know that better than anybody else.
Yep, exactly.
If the foundation isn't right, and this is the challenge. We're building our business. We're trying to grow and scale on a very weak foundation, right? And that when that foundation is not there, it doesn't work. So our farm system is literally for the people that are under that $1 million mark and really, honestly, can't afford an expensive coaching program, right?
Yep.
So what we realized, and we were charging that $1,000 a month in the past, right? And it's not affordable when we're not making the money yet, right? So now we just do it. We charge a couple of grand for the entire year. It's actually like $19.97 for 12 months now.
Yeah,
and this
affordable.
gets us our affordability, our foundation. Now we can really go to the next level with, as you mentioned, the Freedom Builders. And on the Freedom Builder side, now we can really grow and scale because we got the foundation right, we get the money right, we get the time and our teams right, we get the systems right. Then we get into the marketing and the sales. And once we get that marketing and sales dialed in, and we call it a vending machine and not a slot machine, right? Slot machine, we're firing money into that slot machine. We're here in Vegas, perfect example, right? My mother here is with us, 87 years old, loving, being here in Vegas, right? Didn't think she'd be back, and she's back, which is pretty cool. But she loves the slot machine. I hate the slot machine. I'm firing money into the thing. It's like, come on, are you serious? But look, if we have a marketing machine that's set up as a slot machine, then we got a problem. What Rick does is get you a vending machine to convert those leads. right?
Yeah, right.
Far too often, I think marketing is out there as a slot machine. So think of it as a vending machine, putting the right money in. If I could put the right money into that machine over and over and over, and it spits me out what I'm looking for, I can convert those leads. I have the right team and the systems in place to execute, grow, and scale that.
Yeah.
We have the capacity to increase. How many times you work with clients that can't handle more capacity?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and you look at it, production oftentimes needs to drive sales, not the other way around, because you have a finite amount you can produce each year. So yeah, it's great if you want to backlog yourself 6-12 months. That's I'd say ideal. But ultimately,
we shouldn't have a finite amount we can produce.
Ultimately,
we should have an unlimited amount we can produce.
And that's the idea, is that if I don't have the process and systems in place, all I'm doing is creating more and more problems and headaches for myself. If I get the right process and systems, now I can scale to wherever I want to go, and I can do it.
And we've had a lot of conversations here today. And this is the Freedom Builders program, right? So it's unleashing capacity, right? It's unleashing the ability to actually have unlimited capacity. We should not be restricted in what we can produce a year, so that we're 6 and 12 and months out. We should be able to keep that machine going. We got to get the teams right, the systems right.
Yeah.
It's about 8 players. There's so many factors, right? But here's the truth. We call it Freedom Builders for a reason, because you should be able to, at some point, get yourself removed from the shit that you don't like to do, right? The things you don't love, right? So let's get that stuff off your plate, do only what you love, and then be able to choose what you do and the time you spend. The real goal and the real gift is when we can choose how we use our time in the business, not feel like we have no choice and we're just, the business controls us.
That's
right?
so true.
It's
right.
so
it all comes down to quality of life. Is really. I was on the plane coming here, and I was talking to a builder in Wisconsin, and he asked me the question, kind of like, I don't even know where to start. I said, well, the first thing is to realize, like, don't go out and recreate the wheel. Don't try to figure it out yourself. Go find somebody like a Randy who has done it before, who has the systems and the processes. Just emulate what he's doing. And once you do that, you're not working 50, 60, 70 hours a week where you have to be involved in everything in order to make your company go. But now you've actually got a company. It's not, you're not just creating a job for yourself, but you have a company, and then you can scale that.
Well, it's interesting you say you haven't created a job for yourself, you have a company. Our 4 levels is all about level 1, having a job in your business, right? So we far too often have that job in our business. The business at that point has 0 value. And so the next jump up is level 2, is having a real business. It looks like a business, runs and operates like that, right? So that's the second stage. But the third stage is scalable. So it's now a scalable business. So when it looks like a real business and it starts to become scalable, we can multiply, duplicate, we can unleash capacity, right? Scalable means I'm no longer restricted about what I can do. So that's level 3, and level 4 is sellable. Level 4 being sellable means really we have a scalable business where I see sellable as I'm no longer needed in the business on the day-to-day basis. So my business has a lot more value to a buyer because you have no value left in the business, right? So now we're sellable. And now, hey, you could argue, look, you can sell a business at level 2. You're just not going to want the money.
Right.
You're not going to want to take that offer.
Yeah, right.
So a real offer that's going to make you a fortune is a level 4.
Yeah, awesome.
Right?
So if somebody's interested in getting in touch with you, what's the best way?
Reach out to, I'll throw my cell out too. You can text me at 905-339-7212, or just email me at randy@4 levelcoach.com, or you can just go to our website, right? 4 levelcoach.com. We have all kinds of tools and resources and free stuff there you can check out. Or you can book a call with me directly there too.
And you guys got other services, I know you do the integrations aspect.
Right, yeah.
So that's going to help you with like the project management software and working that into your overall business operations.
Well, where we see the bottleneck for most of us is we're not leveraging the software like we should.
Yeah.
So we've got a piece of software that we use about 30% usually. And what we really need to do is, if we're going to leverage systems, the systems and software has to come together. I don't know if you can see our booth over here with the 4-level integrator side, but we started the integrator side so that we refer to that as when coaching and integration meet our software, it's the transformation of that systems and software that really changed the business, the outlook of it. Because without that, again, we're going to run into bottlenecks, we're going to struggle. So there's lots of pieces that need to be in place. But what we've done here at 4Level, and we've just brought on we've just merged with the Contractors VA. And so now we're trying to find out what are all the pieces that people struggle with, right? So we often need assistance and help, administrative help, something on the back end, some marketing, some social media, whatever those things are. There's a VA can help us with some of the basic stuff. Now, we're not talking from a market. Do not get with an expert on your marketing, right? But if you need some simple help, a VA can help with some of the execution of some of those things.
Yeah.
So our connection with the Contractors VA has now kind of rounded us out. We've got the 4Level integrators, we got 4Level coach side, and then the VA side to help with people with virtual assistants. We merge these things. We explode success. So it's been a fun ride. I'm looking forward to 25, man.
Yep. And for those of you who haven't used a virtual assistant, typically it's remote. You get a specialist person. You can hire it very, very affordably.
Very.
And they are experts. If they work with like a company like Randy, they know what to do for you. And there's a very short ramp up period to get them to be really proficient in your company. So very exciting.
This is fun, isn't it?
That's cool. I didn't know about that. So here I'm finding something out too.
It's just happening right now.
So Randy at the number 4levelcoach.com or 4levelcoach.com, and look them up and get involved and get your stuff figured out and scale your company.
Love it. Thanks, man.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Randy.
it.
Yeah, you bet.
Cheers.